All right, gearing up for a Fisheries Assistant Engineer interview. Huh.
Yeah, it's a fascinating role.
Really is a cool blend of technical skills and, ocean adventure, right?
Yeah, tough job.
So we're diving deep into RoleCatcher's insights to help you ace this interview.
It's a demanding role, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure.
We're talking
Yeah.
about working alongside the chief engineer, keeping those massive ship systems running smoothly. Sometimes you're in the middle of a raging storm.
Yeah, definitely not for the faint of heart,
No,
but that's why we're here.
exactly.
We've got a stack of resources from RoleCatcher,
Yes.
career guides, interview guides, even details about their AI tools,
All to give you a serious edge.
all designed to give you that edge.
Yeah.
And it's not just about reciting facts.
No, it's not.
It's about understanding what's behind those interview questions.
Yeah.
What are they really trying to assess?
Yeah, what are they really looking for?
And then crafting answers that showcase your unique experience and make you stand out.
Make you the ideal candidate.
Okay, let's jump right into some common interview questions that RoleCatcher highlighted and unpack how to approach them.
Sure, let's start with a classic. Can you tell us about your experience in the fisheries industry?
Okay?
Seems straightforward, but there's a strategy to nailing this one.
Right, it's not just about listing every job you've ever had.
Exactly. You really want to highlight the relevant experience tailored to this specific role.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it this way. Have you worked with similar vessels or equipment?
Okay,
Do you have certifications that demonstrate your knowledge of maritime regulations?
makes sense.
Think about those keywords in the job description.
So if the job description emphasizes hydraulic systems, you'd want to mention any experience you have with those, even if it wasn't your primary focus in a previous role.
Spot on. And even if you don't have direct experience with everything they're looking for, you can still frame your answer positively.
Okay.
For example, you could say, while my experience has primarily been with diesel engines, I'm eager to learn more about hydraulic systems, and I'm a fast learner.
That's a good one. It shows initiative and a willingness to expand your skill set.
For sure.
Now, what about a question like, what are the key responsibilities of a fisheries assistant engineer? This one seems like it's testing your knowledge of the role itself.
Absolutely. They want to see if you've done your research, but it's also an opportunity to showcase your understanding of the bigger picture.
Okay.
Don't just rattle off a list of tasks. Talk about how those tasks contribute to the overall operation of the vessel and the success of the fishing expedition.
So instead of just saying, I'd be responsible for maintaining the engine, you could say something like, I'd play a vital role in ensuring the engine runs smoothly, which is essential for reaching fishing grounds efficiently and safely, maximizing catch potential and ultimately contributing to the profitability of the operation.
That's a fantastic example. You've connected the dots between your individual tasks and the overall goals of the company.
Okay, let's tackle another question. Can you describe your experience with fish stock assessments? This feels a bit more specialized.
It is, and it might not be relevant to every fisheries assistant engineer role, but if it is mentioned in the job description or you do have experience in this area, be ready to explain it clearly.
Okay.
What methods have you used? What was your specific role in the assessment process? And this is important. What insights did you gain from that experience?
What if someone doesn't have direct experience with fish stock assessments? Should they just say that?
Honesty is key. Acknowledge that you haven't personally conducted assessments, but then pivot to related skills.
Uh-huh.
You could say, while I haven't conducted fish stock assessments, I am familiar with the principles behind them. I'm a quick learner, and I'm eager to gain hands-on experience in that area.
That's a great way to turn a potential negative into a positive.
Right.
Now, how about a question like, how do you ensure compliance with fishing regulations during surveys? This seems crucial, especially with all the focus on sustainability these days.
Absolutely. This question is testing your knowledge of the rules and your commitment to following them.
Right.
Don't just say, I follow the regulations.
Right.
Be specific. Which regulations are you familiar with? Catch limits, gear restrictions, reporting procedures. Explain the steps you take to ensure you and the crew are operating within those boundaries.
So it's not enough to just know the regulations exist. You need to demonstrate that you understand their importance and actively apply them in your work.
Exactly. You could even mention a time when you noticed a potential violation and took steps to correct it, highlighting your commitment to responsible fishing practices.
Oh, that shows real integrity.
Definitely.
Okay, let's shift gears to a question that delves into problem-solving skills. Can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot equipment in the field? I bet they're looking for someone who can think on their feet.
Absolutely. Choose a situation where you faced a significant equipment malfunction, something that could have real consequences.
Go ahead.
Walk them through the problem, how you diagnosed it, the steps you took, and the outcome.
Hmm?
Don't be afraid to mention what you learned from that experience, even if it wasn't a perfect fix on the first try.
Shows willingness to learn and adapt, which are essential in this field.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, what about a question like, how do you prioritize tasks when working on multiple projects simultaneously?
Yeah.
I imagine that's a common scenario on a fishing vessel.
It definitely is. They want to know you can handle the pressure and manage your time effectively. This is where you can showcase your organizational skills.
Go.
Do you use a to-do list, a project management app? Explain how you decide what's most urgent, what can be delegated, and how you communicate progress to the team.
And it's not just about having a system. It's about demonstrating that you can adapt your approach based on the ever-changing demands of the job.
Exactly. Flexibility is key in this role.
Okay, let's move on to a question that might seem a bit unexpected. How have you contributed to the development of junior staff members in your team? This one's about leadership and mentorship.
It is, but even if you haven't had a formal supervisory role, you've probably had opportunities to guide or support less experienced crew members. Think about times when you trained someone on a new piece of equipment, shared your knowledge of safety protocols, or offered guidance on troubleshooting a problem.
Sure.
Even something as simple as taking the time to explain a complex concept to a new crew member can demonstrate leadership qualities.
Yeah, it's all about showcasing your ability to be a team player and to invest in the development of others.
For sure.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, but before we jump into RoleCatcher's AI tools and career path insights.
Let's quickly touch on one more question that
Yeah.
often throws people off.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us?
Oh, yeah.
Never underestimate the power of asking questions.
Right.
Shows you're engaged, curious, and thinking critically.
What are some good questions to have in your back pocket?
Asking about the company's culture, their commitment to safety, or their vision for the future can be a great way to show you've done your research and you're genuinely interested in joining their team.
Well, that's a great point. It also gives you valuable information to help you decide if this is the right fit for you.
Exactly. So remember, an interview is a two-way street. Come prepared with thoughtful questions that demonstrate your interest and help you gather the information you need to make an informed decision.
All right, I think we've given our listener a solid foundation for tackling those common interview questions.
We have, but there's more to uncover.
Oh, there is.
Let's dive into how RoleCatcher's AI can help tailor your answers for specific job roles, giving you that extra edge.
Sounds good. I'm really curious to hear more about how this AI technology can help our listener stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, it's really impressive stuff.
Okay, so we've armed our listeners with some solid strategies, right, for tackling those common interview questions.
Yeah, definitely.
But now let's talk about RoleCatcher's AI and how it can kind of take your preparation to the next level.
So you know what's really fascinating about RoleCatcher's AI is that it analyzes job descriptions with incredible precision.
Okay.
And it pulls out those keywords and skills that employers really care about.
So it's like having an insider's view of what the hiring manager is actually looking for, even if it's not explicitly stated in the job description.
Precisely. And here's where it gets really cool. RoleCatcher compares those keywords and skills to your resume and cover letter, highlighting any gaps or areas where you could strengthen your presentation.
It's like having a personalized career coach.
Yeah.
Who can pinpoint exactly what you need to showcase to make your application truly shine.
Right. For example, if the job description emphasizes experience with hydraulic systems and your resume only briefly mentions it, RoleCatcher's AI will flag that as a potential area for improvement.
That's so helpful, and it takes the guesswork out of tailoring your application to each specific job.
Exactly.
You know exactly what to highlight to catch the hiring manager's eye.
And it's not just about identifying gaps.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI goes a step further by suggesting improvement.
Oh, wow.
So it can help you reword bullet points on your resume to incorporate those essential keywords, suggest relevant skills to add, and even provide feedback on the tone and language you're using.
It's like having a professional resume writer and editor at your fingertips.
Exactly. But RoleCatcher's AI doesn't stop there.
Okay.
It can even help you prepare for those tricky interview questions we discussed earlier.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You remember how we talked about tailoring your answers to highlight specific skills? Well, RoleCatcher's AI can actually analyze your practice answers and provide targeted feedback.
Wow. So you can type in your answers and the AI will tell you how well you're addressing the key points the employer is looking for.
Precisely. It can identify whether you're being clear, concise, and relevant. It can even assess how well you're showcasing those essential skills the employer has highlighted in the job description.
That's incredible. It takes so much of the anxiety out of interview prep.
Right.
You know exactly what to focus on and how to present yourself in the best possible light.
And it's not just about getting through the interview. RoleCatcher's AI can even help you think about your long-term career trajectory. They have a feature called Career Compass that uses AI to map out potential career paths based on your skills and experience.
So you can see where a fisheries assistant engineer role might lead you in the future.
Yeah.
Exploring different branches of the maritime industry or even potential shore-based roles.
Right. And it can help you answer that classic interview question, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, that's a tough one.
With a lot more confidence and insight.
Right.
You can talk about your aspirations to specialize in a certain area like propulsion systems,
Right.
or even transition into a management role like chief engineer.
Having that kind of foresight and a clear career path in mind can really impress potential employers.
Absolutely. It shows you're not just looking for any job. You're thinking strategically about your career, and that level of ambition is highly valued.
So with RoleCatcher's AI, you can tailor your resume, perfect your interview answers, and even map out potential career paths.
That's right.
It's like having a secret weapon in your job search arsenal.
It is a powerful tool, no doubt, but it's important to remember that AI is just that, a tool.
Right.
It's not a magic bullet. You still need to put in the effort, be authentic, and showcase your unique personality and passion.
Right. It's about using these AI insights to guide your preparation.
Exactly.
But you still need to craft your own authentic answers and demonstrate your genuine enthusiasm for the maritime world.
Exactly. Now, speaking of career paths, let's dive into some of the exciting opportunities that might await you as a fisheries assistant engineer.
Ooh, this is where those RoleCatcher career guides really come in handy.
Yeah.
They provide a wealth of information about typical career progressions,
Yeah.
salary expectations, and emerging specializations in the field.
One obvious path, as you mentioned earlier, is working your way up to chief engineer. This role comes with a lot of responsibility overseeing the entire engine room and ensuring the smooth operation of all vessel systems.
And along the way, there's room to specialize. You could become the go-to expert for a specific type of equipment, like diesel engines or hydraulic systems.
And let's not forget about the growing influence of technology in the maritime industry. As automation and AI become more prevalent, there's a rising demand for engineers who are comfortable with these advancements.
So it's not enough to just know the traditional systems. You also need to be adaptable and eager to learn new technologies.
Absolutely. Now, beyond the traditional seafaring roles,
Okay.
there are also exciting shore-based opportunities to consider.
Well, like what?
You could transition into a role like a port engineer overseeing the maintenance of vessels in a particular harbor.
That could be a great option for someone who loves the technical aspects of the job, but is looking for a bit more stability in their schedule.
Right. Or you could become a marine surveyor inspecting vessels for safety and compliance with regulations. This role requires a keen eye for detail and a deep understanding of maritime standards.
So starting as a fisheries assistant engineer can open up a wide range of possibilities. You could climb the ranks on board, move into a shore-based role, or even specialize in a niche area of expertise.
Exactly. And knowing these potential career paths can not only help you plan your future, but also inform your answers during the interview.
Okay.
When they ask about your long-term goals,
Mm-hmm.
you can talk about your aspirations to become a chief engineer, specialize in a specific area, or even transition into a shore-based role.
That kind of forward thinking demonstrates your commitment to the field and can really set you apart from other candidates.
It shows you're not just looking for a job, you're looking to build a fulfilling career in the maritime world.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We've talked about interview strategies, the power of RoleCatcher's AI, and even explored potential career paths. But there's one more crucial element we need to address.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Passion.
Passion.
Ah, yes.
Skills and experience can get you in the door, but genuine enthusiasm can be the deciding factor that makes you truly stand out from the crowd.
So in the final part of our deep dive,
Yes.
we'll explore how to infuse your interview answers with that passion,
Love it.
showcasing your love for the maritime world and making you a memorable candidate. So we've talked about strategies, right?
Right.
We've talked about RoleCatcher's incredible AI, even mapped out potential career paths.
Yeah.
But now it's time for that secret ingredient, passion.
Ah, yes. Passion.
Mhm.
Skills and experience are essential, but it's that spark of genuine excitement that can truly set you apart in an interview.
So how do you convey that passion without, shouting, "I love boats"
Yeah.
from the rooftops?
Well, it's all about how you talk about your experiences, about your aspirations. Let's say they ask about troubleshooting equipment in the field.
Okay.
Don't just list the steps you took. Describe the challenge as a puzzle you were eager to solve.
hmm
Talk about that aha moment when you found the solution.
So it's about conveying that you genuinely enjoy the problem-solving aspect of the job,
hmm
right? Those moments of pressure when you have to think on your feet.
Yeah. Right. And when they ask about your experience in the fisheries industry, don't just rattle off job titles.
hmm
Talk about what drew you to this field in the first place. What fascinates you about it?
Okay.
Is it the powerful engines, the vastness of the ocean, the challenge of working in such a demanding environment?
Let your personality shine through. Let them see that you're not just looking for a paycheck.
hmm
You're pursuing a career you're truly passionate about.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to geek out a little.
Uh-huh.
If you're fascinated by a particular type of propulsion system, or you've been following the development of a new fishing technology, share that enthusiasm. It makes you more memorable, and it shows the interviewer that you're someone who brings energy and dedication to the role.
That kind of passion is contagious.
Yeah.
It shows the interviewer that you're not just qualified for the job, you're truly invested in the field.
And here's another key point.
All right.
Passion can help you connect with the interviewer on a personal level. They might be a maritime enthusiast themselves, or they might simply be drawn to your enthusiasm. Either way, you're building rapport.
You're not just a candidate anymore. You're a fellow enthusiast, someone they can imagine working alongside.
Exactly. So before you walk into that interview, take some time to reflect.
Oh.
What truly excites you about this role in this industry?
Mhm.
What are you most looking forward to learning? What kind of impact do you hope to make?
Those are great questions to consider. It helps you tap into that genuine passion that will set you apart.
Absolutely. Remember, you're not just applying for a job. You're embarking on a career path with real potential for growth and fulfillment. Show the interviewer that you're not just qualified, but you're excited to be there.
All right, let's wrap things up with a quick recap of the key takeaways. All right, for acing your Fisheries Assistant Engineer interview. First, know your stuff.
Yeah.
Study those RoleCatcher guides.
Yeah.
Understand the ins and outs of the role, and be ready to showcase your experience in a way that highlights those essential skills.
Second, tailor your answer to the specific job and company. Research their values, their fleet, their commitment to sustainability. Show them you've done your homework and you're genuinely interested in joining their team.
Third, remember the STAR method for structuring your answers. It helps you tell a compelling story that brings your experiences to life. Paint a vivid picture of your problem-solving abilities, your leadership skills, and your dedication to safety.
Fourth, don't underestimate the power of RoleCatcher's AI tools. They can help you refine your resume, polish your answers, and even map out potential career paths. Take advantage of those resources.
Or finally, let your passion shine through. Show the interviewer that you're not just qualified. You're genuinely excited about this opportunity, and you're ready to contribute your unique skills and energy to the team.
Remember, a successful interview is a conversation, not an interrogation. Be confident, be yourself, and let your enthusiasm for the maritime world be your guiding light.
That's great advice to all you aspiring Fisheries Assistant Engineers out there. We wish you the best of luck in your job search. With the right preparation and a healthy dose of passion, you can navigate those choppy waters and land your dream job. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive